Guys, it is here. Motogp 17. Of course it came out a few months ago, and I'm a bit late to the party, but we can still have an awesome time getting to know the game, getting to know the features and everything else in it. And as you can see, it is welcoming us to Motogp 17. And customization has never been so good in Motogp. Especially since a lot of things is actually being unlocked. So, right now, here is the menu. The very simplistic, but very organized menu. And as you can see, we're going to head off and customize our rider right now, because that is exactly what I want to do. And we shall see how many faces, how many colors you can get. Oh, okay. Well, there's one guy that is my ethnicity, or partial my ethnicity. But yeah, just one black guy. That sucks. But as you can see, I named my player's nickname Tsukoto. That is basically my name in Japanese. Some of my friends from Japan, that's what they call me, Tsukoto. As you can see, there is a lot of helmets that we are going through. I mean, there's a lot of helmets. And I remember distinctively from 2015, if I'm not mistaken, that they had to be unlocked by our P points, or yeah, ranked points basically. And it was not a fun thing to do because it was a lot of points to earn. But right now I'm trying to figure out my riding style, and I might as well just go out with the body out, the full body, because that would work with my visual, because I like full body style riders. It just looks cooler. But right here is basically me customizing the team's motorcycle. This is with sponsors and logos and colors. Yeah, they have a whole array of color features and customizations. And as you can see, the rider and the bike looks good. But right here is the welcome screen to the career mode, because we today will be starting the career mode of Motogp 2017, that is. And as you can see, you can go from the bottom all the way to the top where Lorenzo currently is. But yeah, we're going to be racing in the Red Bull GP. And it is going to be a blast, because everything will be set to simulation, or the ultimate difficulty that you can have. Pretty much going to be changing everything to the hardest difficulty. That means no automatic shifting. That means race settings will basically be full weekend. The race length will be long for me, not for you guys, because I'll be cutting everything basically and editing. But yeah, it makes it a lot more fun for me. Plus, I can avenge myself if I screw up. But as you can see, I am changing the actual physics of this and going semi-pro, not fully pro, because joint brake is kind of annoying to me. I can't manually control the rear brake, but yeah, let's get into this, shall we?
Hello and welcome, motorcycle fans everywhere. We're broadcasting live from the Misano circuit, where the 13th weekend of the Motogp World Championship is about to begin.
Completely forgot about him, but thank you, commentator, for giving us the overview of this practice session. So that is my rider in the Red Bull racing suit with my custom gloves, boots, and helmet. Right now we are pretty much P1 because no one has put a time up yet. But we're gonna go out and test the track. I have no racing line on, so I'm gonna have to find the braking points myself, and we're gonna be a little bit slow on the start, but I'm gonna do my best. And the auto drive feature I don't really like because, you know, it just makes everything look more arcadey. I'm trying to go for a simulation here with MotoGP. There isn't any other motorcycle racing game that I can think of that's a lot more simulation or a lot more simulating than MotoGP 2017. But for now, this is what we will race with. And as you can see, there are motorbikes coming onto the track, and I'm trying to find my line and trying to keep this pretty much uniform. But as you can see, I am going over curbs, extending outside of the racing lines, doing what any noob in MotoGP would do. But something that is different is that I'm shifting the gears, that I'm braking with no assists whatsoever, except for the joint braking, which combines the front and the back brake. Which, I mean, someday I'll learn how to use the rear and the front without screwing up my tires or spinning out or having a whip crash. But hopefully you guys don't see what that crash is actually like. But as you can see, it's flat out through there. And it's flat out through there as well. I'm just a little timid. And if you can hear my voice a little bit weird or sick, yeah, I'm still sick, unfortunately. Man, I really need to stop extending these lines. It's really bad. But if you want to learn a place, the best thing to do is to follow someone. And right now, we will follow this guy for the next couple of laps. Of course, we are having the best sectors in the world because we were the only person who set a time out. So, right now our best time is a 1:54.177. And that is not good because the best time, well, then was a 1:48. Now it's a 1:47, and we've gotten a little bit faster over the course of the practice session. It is now 30 minutes to go, and we just ran a 1:48.4, and as time goes on, we get faster and faster. That was a little bit slower. But as you can see, first and the second sector, we crushed. The third sector, personal best, but we're getting better. And right there, we go P6, which is absolutely awesome. And here's a onboard driver view, basically, of the track. The fact that these drivers don't have any crashes when they're like super close together, most of the time, I'm not going to say all the time, is absolutely remarkable because it's insane to know what cars, or not cars, but what motorcycles are behind you or on the side of you while you're going into a corner or coming out of a corner, because when you're going in the corner, you don't know if that guy is going to dive on you or what. The only thing you can really rely on is your ears. But in my case, I got the little heads-up display markers that show up when someone's near me, so that always works. But yeah, as you can see, it's not as easy as it looks driving first person, but I will master this so that I can actually give an authentic experience with the racing, because first person is just so awesome. How can you not race without being first person? But as you can see, I am a lot faster in third person currently. And that is because I've just been racing in third person the entire time that I was first into MotoGP. But as you can see, we go into the pits because the motorcycle is not handling like I want it to. Right now we are P6 and we are a couple of tenths off of the leader. He's doing pretty well, but let's actually see what we can do to the bike to actually help the bike turn on entry, because it is a little bit tight coming in and we need to actually get a little guidance from our engineer, because I don't want to screw things up by just tinkering with things and making the car just unstable, like not even stable whatsoever. But right now it's pretty much just telling him what I feel, and he's gonna make the necessary changes, and we head back on track. Now this MotoGP, different from MotoGP 2015, you don't get time subtracted from changing your setup, which I find a little bit weird. I kind of like that feature. I don't know why they took it away, but I don't know. Maybe it's for online, or maybe it's for something else. I don't know. But as you can see, we are going past that guy and starting our flying lap again. He's gonna go on the inside of us. See, things like that, it's like, how do they not crash? Well, these are the best motorcyclists in the world, so that's how. But right now, I'm trying to maximize every entry and every exit and every corner on the circuit, because we need to gain as much time as possible if we want to beat that 47.2. And as you can see, I am diving it in hard and using all the curbing and even bouncing off the rev limiter a little bit. But right now, we are pulling away from the guy behind us a little bit. First sector we crushed, and hopefully we crush the second one as well, because that would mean that we are on track to actually gain P1. Now if we get the P1, then that'll be good for this practice, and that means that the bike will be set for being the fastest bike out there. Now I don't know how qualifying is going to go, but hopefully it goes well, because it'd be nice to start at the front and stay at the front, because you don't want to start behind 25 other bikes. It's just not fun, especially when you're trying to earn rep so that you can get with a higher ranked team in Moto 3 or Moto 2 or MotoGP. It's a very interesting gameplay. But as we come to the finish line, as you can see, the 3 sectors are beat. And the total time is also crushed, because we have officially done it. 147.208. And we finish out the session in P1, which is absolutely awesome for practice. Now, qualifying, that was indeed a different story. We could not get the race time that we wanted, and we ended up P5 for the qualifications. But that's okay. I don't mind starting P5, that's toward the front. And we should be making our headway toward the front. Now that I know that we can beat everyone time-wise, and that gives me a little bit of confidence that we can actually beat them on this start. So as you can see, we're starting P5, and there is a lot of drivers on this grid, man. 26 drivers, and that's a lot of people to be racing against. So we gotta make every position count. So let's see what we can do here. It's gonna be hard, man.
Everything ready to start at Misano, and the riders really focusing, because making a strong start is key here. You don't want to lose places at that initial chicane.
That is very true, commentator. I really need to learn your name so I can call you by your name. But as we go, the 4 red lights, and we are out, and I get a really bad stop. But we don't lose too many positions, except for another one there. But as you can see, it is very tight on corners with each other. You're grinding and touching everyone. And we are trying to make up as much as we can, because it's going to be hard. If we let them pull away, it's not going to be easy to get those positions back. It just won't. So we're in this split stream, and we're gaining a little bit. We have to brake a little bit earlier because we are in the split stream. We run a little wide, but we stay in the split stream. And we're basically trying to stay with the top teams, because this is on hard difficulty. As you can see right now, this is the camera mode, or as you call it, replay mode. And we blow past the guy on that. Oh, we ran into someone, and he ran into us, which does not help at all. Something I've learned is that if you run into the back of someone else's tire, both of you will slow down dramatically. You don't want to do that. But as we come to the final corner, we are sitting P3, and we are trying to close down these 2 leaders so that we can lead this race. This track isn't really draft heavy. The only draft sections that you get is the final corners, or final sector. First 2 sectors is pretty much cornering. But as you can see, we are trying to pass Ogura, and he is putting up a fight, definitely. We got people on the inside of us. Outside is not working too well for that corner. And we give him a little tap there. Show him who's boss, right? Of course. In the split stream, and as you can see there, if you run into the back of someone, you both will slow down. It's not good. Not good at all. But you don't want to give them too much room, or lose too much space, because split stream is everything. And I give him another little tap. I'm really being aggressive here. But as we come onto the back straight, we have the split stream. We come to the outside of Ogura. We pass him, and we are very close to that grass. Not something you want to be close to. He comes back with the split stream, but he lets off for the corner. And that will be P1. Or not. Or not, because we got people diving up on the inside, and we counter attack on them on the exit because they went in too deep. But yeah, as this race goes on, this is looking very promising for us. We are doing really well right now. As you can see, the train is long and deep, but we're doing really well. We have some clean air, and we can actually gain a lot of ground running by ourselves, running on our own tempo. But as you can see, we take a wider exit so that we can get a better run for that corner. but in these corners, it's all about keeping it tight, because that's where your speed and time comes from with these motorcycles. Now this is the third lap, and we are starting to pull away just a bit, but right now looks like top 4 is pretty much 1.3 seconds behind currently, but that is only going to change because it seems like we're going to pull away just a little bit. Especially through this sector, because we maximize our speed through each of these turns and braking super hard. And it's absolutely exhilarating because this is an awesome track to be racing on. Now if you put the Motogp bikes on here, oh my gosh, it's gonna be scary. It's not just gonna be fun, but it's gonna be scary. But as we come to the finish line, what time will we set? 1:47.2. That's really fast. It's actually the same pace that the qualifying leader put on the board. So we're right on track with the pace. But can we maintain this pace? I think we can. Already showing that we're starting to pull away from these guys. And we're maximizing each corner, which is putting us even farther ahead as we pull even 2 seconds. And this is just getting very, very easy for me. Continuing to dominate, and it's really good for this Red Bull because we need to dominate in order to get the maximum rep points so that we can actually gain reputation from other teams so that we can race with them. And we got on the grass, not fun. The controller was vibrating like crazy. Yeah, I do not have any assists on, and I don't have any help when I go off-roading either, so if I lose it, I lose it really bad. But right now, we are just gaining even more time and pulling away. As you can see on the map, there are becoming less dots behind us. And we're just pulling away. But as the time goes on, we consistently get faster and consistently get faster because there's no need in slowing up. And we constantly pull away. But meanwhile, the others in the behind us are basically fighting for second because, you know, what else are they gonna fight for? Not the win, because I'm gone. But as we see from the 69, it is a battle for the top 2, basically. And yeah, he just lost a position. But on the back straight, 3rd place and 2nd place is pretty much going at it pretty hard. 3rd place actually gets into 2nd place, and it looks like he's not going to pass him. But they actually swap positions again and again and again. You're going to see that overtake meter go flip-flop constantly. And it's interesting to see that the AI is very competitive between each other. But is this difficulty too easy? No, it actually isn't. In the next race, it was actually pretty precise and exciting. But I just wanted to show you guys basically this view experience because it's absolutely fun to drive in this camera view. I love it. I'm not that fast in it, but I wanted to show you guys the last lap in this view because it's exhilarating. So I'm gonna be quiet now, and you guys can basically listen in on this lap. And guys, we have done it. Our first career victory is coming right now because we are absolutely awesome at racing. Whether it's motorcycles, whether it's cars, or trying to do a wheelie, which we can't do because we're just not that good. But we are good at winning races because we love racing. So that's gonna do it for this race because we are just that awesome. Look at that celebration. Yes. Yes. I think he tried to dab on the side, but that's our current reputation earned, and that will go well with the teams ahead. But that's gonna do it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment on what you thought, and as always, subscribe if you're new. This is NASCAR here signing out. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, drive safe, be smart, but most of all, have fun with any and everything that you do. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.